so long?
The ups and downs of building the nation. Is your father in?
What's wrong? Why are you so sad?
It's just everything feels like it's falling apart.
What do you mean? Talk to me, Mom.
You know, the farm isn't doing well. And now, I see you withdrew money from my account to pay your school fees.
What? No, Mom, I will never do that.
And then how do you explain the withdrawal?
I don't know, Mom. Maybe it was a mistake.
Huh? A mistake? You expect me to believe that?
Yes, Mom. Please, I will never betray your trust.
Okay, Alex. I'll check with the bank to see if there was a mistake. You seem preoccupied and anxious.
How's the situation?
I've lost a whole harvest. It is that bad.
These people thought they could outsmart me. We are 300k richer.
Be serious for once. You're being delusional.
Who's being delusional? I want you, but you didn't listen to me. In the last 1 hour, I have made way more than you'd have made in an entire year.
When did we start stealing from each other?
If you're talking about the 33k I withdrew from the account, you have nothing to worry about. I'll repay with the interest.
What started as a joke is bringing everyone down.
I've entirely recovered the losses.
You are chasing losses, and everyone but you can see that you're being too obsessed with gambling. The bank called and you're not sitting pretty.
We are now at 330k.
And what is there to celebrate? From staking with as low as 50 shillings to hundreds of thousands. You're losing your grip.
It's a game of chance. You lose some, you gain some.
When people are turned into pilots and licensed to fly imaginable planes, it's not enough to say that we lost. The clouds are gathering and can foresee the worst air disaster in the aviation industry. And where do you think you are going? I'm so glad you took all our money in just a few hours. What could have happened if I did not take my money? Congratulations, you successfully flew over 300k in just hours.
You don't have to be worried. I'll recover the money.
This is not a joke, Pascal. We are sinking into debt. If we are not careful, Baba Alex, our son is going to drop out of school. I changed my passwords.
I'm not an addict. I'm only taking my chances.
Oh, of course. Because relying on luck is the best way to make a living, right? We have a problem in our aviation industry. We have too many untrained pilots navigating our airspace.
Wait, what?
To rely on luck is to downplay the importance of education. Every successful occupation requires skills and strategies.
Hop in, son. I'll drive you to school.
What are you doing here?
I promised to drive you to school, and I keep my promises.
Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
So, will this make you forget this morning drama?
Mommy, Mom is really upset about the money.
I know, son. I'll fix it. You have nothing to worry about.
I hope so. It is really hard to focus on school when everything else is falling apart.
Your mom is stubborn, but she's a fighter. We'll get through this.
Hey man, wake up.
Huh?
You're sleeping through prep time.
What's going on?
You're a different Alex. I've noticed it since we got here. What's going on?
I've had a change of heart. I'm interested in agriculture now.
Really? That's cool. What made you change your mind?
I realized that agriculture is essential to sustaining human life and fostering societal development. I now want to make informed decisions on nutrition, resource management, and environmental conservation.
That's deep, man. You're being overzealous though, don't you think?
No, I don't. The changing weather patterns are affecting us, and I want to be part of the solution.
I hear you, man. The climate change effects are real. They're disrupting planting schedules, affecting crop growth, and leading to increased losses for farmers.
It's unbelievable. You mean you made so much money that you even lost count?
Every day was payday.
How is it even possible? You're not even of age and they put a resting alert for only those 18 years and above.
Ask me another. It's so easy to bypass these age restrictions.
Aren't you concerned that exposing yourself to potential legal consequences and reinforcing a disregard for rules and regulations?
Whose fault is it? Is it my act to implement effective age restriction measures? We are all digitally literate, and the fact that I'm earning despite being in school is clear proof of that.
I've heard stories of students betting their school fees. It scares me. People have lost money in the venture.
Forget about what you read on the internet. I wish we were allowed to have our phones in school. It's win after win.
I wish we had a framework that will control the risk of underage gambling.
Stop being delusional. People out there are making money, and how I wish I would have been introduced to this life-changing venture at a much earlier stage.
You have lenient parents. My parents monitor online activities, encourage offline activities, and lead by example.
You must be living in bondage.
They are aware that these measures might flop. They have put parental controls and age restrictions on gaming consoles, on devices, gaming consoles, and online platforms.
These are some of the projects that you have created. The collaboration and teamwork have fostered an environment where different talents have complemented each other.
I must commend all of you for the creation of inclusive platforms. The administration notes with pride that this year's student council continues to contribute to a school culture that values and celebrates the diverse talents and abilities of each student.
We cannot thank you enough for always giving us a name. Through our advocacy for resources, you have increased funding for the arts.
You continue to enhance our leadership skills, and we are grateful.
My stance remains. You cannot continue to lead if you cannot read. Anything below a B is tantamount to dismissal from the council.
Kindly, but what about students who are struggling with their grades? Should we give them a chance to improve?
Of course, we want all students to succeed, but leadership positions come with added responsibilities and the need to ensure that those who hold those positions are capable of meeting those responsibilities.
We understand, Principal. We'll make sure to maintain high academic standards.
This boy will not kill me.
Calm down, Mama Paul.
He's the true definition of trouble.
Yes. The legendary Paul Kafugi.
Where is my money?
Calm down, Mama Paul. Please calm down. Paul, where is your mother's money?
I swear I'll return the money. I didn't mean to steal it. I was just investing, and by bad luck, I wasn't lucky.
How did you lose the money?
We hide nothing from him. He knows all our passwords, and I don't know what came over him this time.
It wasn't intentional. You, of all people, should know how this works. Haven't you also lost numerous times?
Did you gamble over 13,000? At least you could have returned 12K and played with the rest.
Paul, I now understand. Go back to class and make sure that you see me after the lessons.
Yes.
You won't even reprimand him?
I'm sorry, but there seems to be a bigger underlying problem. You have exposed your child. I don't condone what he has done, but I'm not blind to the fact that he had uncontrolled access to those sites.
Are you siding with him?
I am rather concerned. Our advocacy is leading by example. Why don't you monitor his online activities? He needs counseling rather than reprimand.
I have lost money and you can't see that.
If you are not careful, you are going to lose your son. The lost money is just an eye-opener to more underlying dangers.
Is there any need for concern?
The pain of watching your child struggling with addiction is being trapped in a nightmare with no end in sight, knowing that every day could be the day you lose him forever. It's too early to tell. Don't worry, we will take it from there.
Thank you.
Who will save these children?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today, we are discussing agriculture and sustainability. Does anyone have a question? Yes, Alex.
What makes crops more productive, and what are the countermeasures that you take to prevent losses?
That's a good question, Alex. We have crop rotation and diversification of crops.
How can we convey valuable information in a visually compelling and culturally relevant manner?
Kindly rephrase your question.
Can I try rephrasing the question?
Kindly do.
I think our primary concern is how to relay this information to farmers like my dad, for instance. It is becoming habitual and loss is more common.
Can the school accommodate some of the parents and allow them to partake in agricultural knowledge?
Alex has a point. Farming is slowly losing its glory. Economically and socially, it's losing its grip.
So, in conveying valuable information, we have to come up with objectives. The first objective is identifying the key agricultural topics and then understanding the target audience.
What do you mean by understanding the target audience?
Oh, well, we all come from different backgrounds. We have different interests, different challenges, and different capabilities.
Is that all it takes to have a visually compelling impression?
So, well, after identifying the key objectives, you have to craft a compelling storyline. You achieve this by creating characters and then crafting a compelling storyline that follows the character's journey in achieving the key agricultural objectives.
Are you suggesting it has to be filmed?
Well, it's a brilliant idea. I'll leave it at your discretion. You may come up with a cost-effective and cost-friendly way of coming up with a way of relaying the same idea. That's all for today. Remember to think about what we discussed today. We'll continue from there on our next class. The class is dismissed.
How do you integrate educational content?
By fusing academic knowledge with practical applications.
This is not an easy task. I have more important things to attend to. This is a doom project. This is dead on arrival.
Why do you think so much about yourself? Why don't you square it up here and end this once and for all?
Pride is the armor we wear to hide the fractures in our souls, the shields we raise to deflect the truth, the chains we willingly wrap around ourselves, condemning us to solitary existence of arrogance and isolation.
It goes without saying, it's not easy.
But we cannot afford to be larger than life. Let us approach this issue with an open mind. This is not a project. It is a chance to be counted on the right side of history.
The danger of competing amongst ourselves is that it turns allies into adversaries, fractures unity, and blinds us to the greater threats lurking beyond our narrow focus.
And what will we lose? Let's be hand-on and come up with a project that will be greater than us. A project that surpasses boundaries, evoke emotion, and spark conversation.
We have a farm in our school, and if it is utilized, it can enhance the film's appeal and make it more engaging.
We are not all agriculture oriented. Don't you think this is a waste of time?
We have the pre and the post-production, and we need each other. We're scouting for a writer, narrator, and technical personnel for the project.
Hey, Paul, what's up?
I'm just watching the game.
Is everything okay?
Not really. I'm almost giving up.
It's normal to withdraw and feeling threatened or beaten down. What's going on?
It's painful to inflict scars on our loved ones. I swear I almost cashed out when I ran out of data.
I understand. Everybody noticed the disappointment in your mother's face. This will cheer you up.
You must be kidding me.
We are deliberating and we unanimously entrusted you to lead the project. You are exposed and you are lucky to have been in the real sets.
I've never felt this alive.
It's a time to shine, Paul. Don't let fear hold you back.
Won't, John. I'm ready to step up and make the most of this opportunity.
I have no doubt you will. You have the talent and drive to succeed.
Did you know that the best medicine for high school students involving arts is art itself?
Huh?
That's true. Through the canvas of expression, the brushstrokes of creativity, the colors of imagination, we can paint our emotions, sculpture our struggles, and compose our own self-healing harmonies. So why not give it a try?
Let's embrace the power of art to transform our lives.
Yeah, mali safi jiba. Ay, mali safi.
Inatokesha.
Bado unajisumbua na kupanda
Kwa ishamaliza kupanda.
Unachukua begu namna hii. Unaangalia kado na kado kisha unamwaga. Si utumie ibona kijana.
Usiwache maza yako ipotee, cause farming is not a game of chance. Lazima mkuwe sure.
Cut! Next scene 2.
So, why did you choose Swahili?
We failed to understand the target audience, so I decided to use a relatable approach. This way, we can save time on subtitling our work.
How do you show progress over time?
Plus, once we're done with the editing, how will we distribute and monitor the final copy?
We have to incorporate feedback from the administration before we can officially release it.
Must you have used that line? Usiache mazao yako ipepe.
It hits differently for those who know the deeper meaning. Betting is not evil, but unbridled obsession makes it less appealing and addictive.
So you're hitting two birds with one stone?
Yes, if we distribute it to local schools, community centers, agricultural extension services, and online platforms, we will have done our part in building the nation.
So, what is the end game?
It's not just about entertainment or artistic expression. It's about leveraging the power of storytelling to provoke thought, inspire action, and drive positive change.
You see, our project will ignite a spark of possibility and empower the voices of those who have long been silenced. By catalyzing tangible change in our communities, we will create a better tomorrow for all.
And everything is well?
Yes.
I wish to introduce Madam Kawera from the NGO, who is facilitating us in some of these things. so that she may also know what is happening. So you may demonstrate to us so that we can see the works that you are doing.
So here are some of the projects we've been working on.
They look nice, but this one maybe you can change this view and put it as this other one.
Yes.
Yes. And this one also, the image, maybe you can try to put more light so that the image may come out more clearly. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, otherwise they look quite good. Eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
It worked magic.
Yeah, I went door to door and ensured everyone that I met watched it. Your project was a success. Congratulations. You have seen the results in the farm. Everything is flourishing.
Even after the intense campaign, Dad is still selling the car.
You see, no cannot save everyone, son. The message is home. At the darkest corners of the mind, addiction thrives, feeding its fragments on the hope it shatters.
It is true. Addiction doesn't kill the body. It slowly murders the soul as it whispers promises of relief while tightening its grip.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There is always a first time in everything. The worst thing about addiction is even when you know it's destroying your life, you still cannot get rid of it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It has been a few months since our students embarked on a remarkable journey that transcended borders and evoked emotions. Today, we have a special guest, Pascal, who is here to share his story. Pascal, please come forward and take the stage.
Addiction doesn't kill the addict. It kills the family, the kids, and people who try to help. Good afternoon. I stand before you here today with a heavy heart and a story that I hope will resonate with each one of you. I've not come here to impart wisdom or to preach, but rather to share the darkest corners of my journey through the clutches of addiction. Addiction is not a glamorous escape. It is a merciless descent into darkness, where every step feels like you're losing a piece of yourself. Why am I sharing these haunting words with you? It's not to instill fear, but rather to ignite a flame of awareness. If my story can serve as a cautionary tale, if my struggles can inspire even one of you to make a different choice, then my journey will not have been in vain. Life is an intricate tapestry of choices, and each choice has weight. Addiction does not discriminate, and it can seize anyone, even the brightest among us. You see, addiction can be of many types. One can be addicted to drugs, online games, social media, and so many others. Thank you for listening, and may you find the courage to choose a path that leads to light and healing.
His story is not a tale, nor is it a tragic comedy. It takes more than courage to admit that the chains of a habit are generally too small to be felt until they are generally too strong to be broken. I now wish to invite Alex to come and share his experience. Alex.
The project was not hot air, neither was it based on hearsay. It was grounded on pure thoughts and intentions. In the small corner of the world I call home, my family's story is etched into the soil. It is true, addiction doesn't kill the addict, it kills the family, the friends, and people who try to help. Nothing can be further from the truth. I thank the teachers for high school has not just been a place of learning, it is a refuge, an escape, a space where I can momentarily escape the complexities of home. The support I receive from my teachers and classmates is a lifeline that keeps me afloat amidst all the storms raging. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is a community that cares. And to the teachers who provide support, thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Let's clap for him. We are also lucky to have Madam Kawera from an NGO that has been with us in this project, and I hereby welcome her to address the assembly.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The transformative power of education is unparalleled, and when coupled with expressive and engaging mediums, it becomes a force not only shapes mind but also nurture the spirit. I was amazed by the brilliant mind that brought together a film that has transformed so many lives. With the direction of Paul and the stewardship of Alex, I got an opportunity to know your school. My organization has volunteered to offer full scholarship to 5 needy students, and our gallant young men who successfully came with the project will have a fully paid 2 days vacation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Kawera. My dear friends, I implore all of us to show empathy and understanding towards each other. Let us be mindful that every one of us is fighting personal battles that may not be visible on the surface. It takes courage to push through tough times like Alex. We too can use the tools at our disposal to overcome our challenges. Remember, problems can be overwhelming, but we should never let them break us. Instead, let us work together to create practical solutions that can uplift our society. Thank you, and now the assembly is dismissed.